Recent snapshot, we see them do this to the librarian villagers, where you can no longer get all enchanted books just from one villager biome type. So if you're a more experienced player, you might have some diamonds, and you can use them to get full diamond for a discounted price compared to mining some more. For early game, you can still use armorers to sell you extra coal and iron to get more emeralds. And you get some use for early game armor as well as a shield. Now so far they haven't nerfed weaponsmiths or either toolsmiths, which will still sell you all the different diamond tools and weapons without needing any diamonds, and all just with one villager. But who knows, maybe they'll change this in the future. But just like the librarian villagers, this is an experimental feature. So when starting a world or upgrading a world, it won't automatically be added into the world, and instead you have to turn it on here. This is until they fully flesh it out and add it into the main game. And since we're already in pre-releases, we want more time to continue rebalancing villagers before forcing everybody to use it in the upcoming versions. It won't be coming in the upcoming 1.20.2 Java version, but instead probably the next full release after that. What do you think of this big nerf and the whole rebalancing of villagers? But with it, we also get some pretty cool changes to cartographers, who normally only sell maps for ocean monuments as well as mansions, but now they can also sell you some other maps. Here's one selling a Savannah village map, which costs a compass plus some emeralds. And then when you look at the map, you can see where you are, like on the little white dot in top right. That means they have to go south and a little bit west in order to find the Savannah village. And just like the theme with this whole rebalance, each biome village can sell you different types of maps. So like our plains ones can sell us Savannah and Taiga. You can get those maps, look at them, and then use them to find another village. Such like the Savannah, then you can use the Savannah village to find the desert and the plain villages. Savannahs also sell Jungle Explorer map, which lets you find the jungle temple. But once you get to a desert, it will only point you back to Savannah and plains as well as the Jungle Explorer map. But then with the plains, you can also find the Taiga one, which then also has a Swamp Explorer map, which will show you where witch huts are, which is pretty cool, so you can make a witch hut farm. It'll also show you where the snowy villages are. So here's a cool chart showing how each of them are related, with the plains village in the middle, so you can easily go to like Savannah and then go to these two structures, and then you can always use the plains to get to this Taiga village, which you can use to get to the other two structures. Now this will let it so people can easily find these different types of villages, as now it's more important since only some villages will sell you some types of enchanted books from librarians and some type of armor from armorers. Or you can just use them to easily get to like witch huts or jungle temples. That's just for the templates. They also still sell the Ocean Explorer map as well as the Woodland one. I think this is a cool way to let people find other structures without having to use like a third-party program and the seed in order to search out where they're at. But you can still happen to come across them while just exploring. What do you think of this addition to the game? They also added so that the things that they are selling are random in where they appear. When before some things would always show up before others, like these diamonds would always show up before the axe. But here you can see the axe now can sometimes show up before the diamonds. If you're speedrunning, you can't just always click in an exact location knowing that you're going to be buying or selling something very specifically. Now with it being harder to get different enchantments from librarians or even on your armor set, they did come in and buff the enchanted books which are in certain types of structure. So now there's a higher chance of getting mending from ancient cities, efficiency 1 through 5 in mine shafts, quick charge from pillager outposts, and a breaking from jungle and desert temples. Now these changes as well as the villager rebalancing does seem like it would have fit pretty well in the Tales and Trails, as they're encouraging people to go exploring, which those changes actually do, kind of forcing the players to not continue to trade with just a bunch of villagers, but actually go about and trade with multiple different villages. But do you think the same about this? There's also a new game rule called Ender Pearl Vanish on Death. It's normally set to true, meaning that when you die, any ender pearl that you might have floating in the air would just be removed from the game. This is typically what happens. So a lot of player prisons will have the player die, and this will remove any ender pearl stasis chambers, which could be used to get the player out of the prison. But now you have the option to change that to false, so that even if you die, you can still access your ender pearl stasis chamber to teleport you back some far distance. The data pack being updated to version 18, they also came in and removed the execute if function as well as return run functions. They will bring them back later, but they first need to overcome some bugs to do with them. It's now possible to search up any type of item inside of the recipe search, even if you haven't technically unlocked it or have the ingredients to craft it. They did this so that if you're new, you don't have a gazillion different crafting recipes sitting over here. You can see now there's only a few of them, all related to stuff I have in my inventory. But if you're an expert player, you can still look up certain things so you can see how to craft them. They also changed the way it searches so that it will only look for lettering that is in the beginning of a word, such as like TOR. They'll show torches as well as redstone torches, but won't show stuff like detector where those lettering are within a word that isn't in the beginning. I did see this weird bug where you just briefly see the villager that was here, and then all of a sudden the villager just vanishes. When looking at blocks with your F3 on the right hand side, it would say special information about it, such as like if this hopper is unlocked with redstone or not. But even when it was unlocked, this information wasn't getting updated. This was a common problem with droppers and dispensers. Now you can see the trigger turns true and false without you having to actually click inside of it. They fixed this visual bug where it looked like the redstone was continuing to go up the side of a block despite the actual redstone that was on top being broken, as well as this one related to comparators. They fixed a lot of different bugs related to spelling, grammar, making sure different phrases are translatable, and a couple related to absorption, which only appeared in the last couple snapshots. The latest glitches in the game in this playlist here. Much love to this month's supporters. Get your very own name up there with the link in the description. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.
Glitched Attraction is Escape Room FNAF, with each level tasking you to complete various puzzles in the area while not.
Want to earn Discord Nitro and some games and gift cards too? Shop on Salad and turn your PC power.
Today we're speedrunning Murder to Kill or Not to Kill, where we'll be getting all achievements. And we'll start our speedrun as soon as we click on local save, where it's going to bring us right over to the king and us who wants to be the king. So what we're going to do is some delightful murder to take everything from him. Yep, it's this easy to become the king. I don't know why he didn't even look behind him at all, but we got a bump on his head. He is definitely dead, and we have all the king stuff that we'll ever need. But the thing about being king is other people want it too. Like this person who's going to try to kill me, we can see their evil eye, but if we catch them in the act, then we can get one of our knights to come over and throw them in the dungeon. And there are going to be a lot of people like that person. You'll see this lady as well. I'm thinking she's just trying to give me some tea, but instead she's trying to give me death, and it's not really going to work. So you can pretty much see what this speedrun is about, just making sure we make all the right decisions to get every single ending. Next is Happy, and we will have an ending with Happy later, but for right now, they got to get sent to the dungeon. There's already 3 people in here. It's getting a little crowded, but at least the scenery is nice. Then we have the music person. They may look nice, but they aren't. You can always see with their eye. If their eye doesn't look evil, maybe they're a good person, but with all these people, we know we don't want them. Now for number 5, this is our first good person and someone we want pretty quick. What we'll actually do is let them do their thing. They'll touch us, and then they give us the glowing power of something. So yeah, that's pretty good. You'll see that we no longer have a life bar now, and we just have to make it to the end as soon as we see our wife. Next up, we have another one of these guys, though. It might be a little bit before we get to our wife, but that will get us our first ending. Now, some of these different characters, they do give you different achievements. Like I said before, Happy will be one of them, but we just have to go through and do it correctly. Right now, we do not want the happy ending. I'm sorry, dude. It just is what it is. You gotta get thrown in here. And they also love reusing the same characters. Like, I don't know how many times this lady's gonna think she's gonna be able to pull one on me, but it's never gonna work. A little pathetic, and she's where she belongs. I just want some good luck to get my wife fairly fast. I'm not sure how fast you can actually get through each part of these, but the speedrun is very luck dependent, so it's gonna be really important. Here's another one. He gives us another ending that we will see in the future, but for right now, I see his eye. He doesn't even look sorry. Look at him. He looks unimpressed. He's like, oh, yep, I got caught. I don't even care. You can at least feel bad for trying to murder the king. I guess I can't really say that since I murdered the last king, but you know what I mean. There goes another person throwing him right into the dungeon. It's really getting crowded in there. I could really use my wife, but we just have another musician. He tries to do his thing just like normal. Look, I applaud you trying. It almost works. It's just never going to. And we get another one of these ladies. She's gonna come up. They always think they have a chance. They never do. Also, I'm pretty sure we have reached our limit of bodies. It only shows 10 at a time. And finally, we see our wife. Now, this is our second person that we will let touch us. So she's gonna go right forward and poke us. You see that she doesn't have an evil eye, and she gives us a kiss. So we're pretty happy. I don't know if she was the old king's wife, and she just doesn't really care. But hey, we're happy now, and we're gonna start walking faster because it's finally time to make it to the throne room and get our first ending. So we'll hop right in there, and because we did everything right, that's going to give us Prosperity Life, which is our first ending. All hail the king, baby. So now time to go right into number 2. Just go back into the local save, and you already know what time it is. Time to kill the king again. Now, one thing I haven't mentioned is sometimes he can capture you. You'll see when he blinks twice, that means he's gonna look backwards. So we do want to not get caught here. Thank you very much. He didn't blink fast enough, and that king is mine yet again. Now we'll have to see what ending we're gonna get. There are plenty of different ones, and here's actually gonna be one of them where we turn into a frog. So I'm just gonna let him do his thing, and there we go. Abracadabra. Yep, that's a game over. So yeah, you can see that this game is pretty much just about making quick decisions and deciding what ending to do at what time. Thank you, king. I appreciate you being an idiot. I'm gonna take your crown. I have no problem doing it. All right, let's see what ending we could get. It is this person. No ending with them. Kinda don't want you to show up. Thank ya. But yeah, you're going to the dungeon, man. You're not the person I want, all right? But we'll deal with you for now. Next up, we have you again. I already turned into a frog. I don't need to again. So we'll catch you in the act. I see those teeth. Look, nobody with teeth like that is going to be a good person. Okay, maybe that's a little rude. Sometimes they might be. But here's Happy. We might as well do Happy Dungeon. Happy's gonna touch me right there. Get caught by Happy. Touch me in the nose and then come after me. So it's not the worst ending. It's not like we died or anything or turned into a frog. But we now are here with Happy. And this is actually where we're going to use our first little technique of the run, where we want to go to the achievements page. You'll see we just got Happy Dungeon, but then we want to press retry, and that's going to put us right back into the same ending so we can get Amnesia. This is the only one that this works with, so we're just going to want to do it over and over again until we get 5 of the same endings. This is just a little trick so we don't have to wait over and over again to get Deja Vu. It's a nice speedrun. I wonder where Happy gets all these friends that look exactly like him. A little scary. And that one's going to be number 4. And as soon as we do this last one, we will be able to go to our next ending. We see Deja Vu, so there we go. I already know people in the comments are going to be like, how do you speedrun this game? And that's exactly how you do it, by using smart strategies like that. But now nope, you're going to blink again. Dude, I am just trying to do my job of murder. I mean, you probably pay some people to murder. You are the king. But there you go. See you later, dude. And now we have to see what our next few endings are going to be. There are a few, and there's some really cool ones. But we see Happy again. Happy, I would have appreciated you this early last time, but we no longer need you. You can go into my dungeon now. Then we'll see Frog Guy again. This guy always feels like being a jerk. Oh, I just noticed also his book also looks surprised when you take care of him. That's kind of hilarious. But it's this lady who also doesn't give me an ending, so I'm gonna catch you right in the act. There you go, idiot. And it looks like with this one, it's probably, oh, that's an early wife. Okay, I know exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna catch her in the act. See you later, wife. So we're going for a different ending, where basically what we're gonna do for this one is we're gonna say no to everybody, because there are 2 achievements for that. The first one's gonna be capturing 30 people and putting them in the dungeon. And that's pretty hard, because if you mess up even twice, then I'm pretty sure you won't get it. So we gotta make sure we're perfect this entire time. And then the second one, well, you'll see in a little bit. But we got this guy coming with his frog thing, gonna catch him in the act. You already know what's happening. Look at his book. It's just so surprised. And yeah, you've already seen all these things, so I'll skip to the next important part. Oh, and now we've just gotten older. So yeah, that is something that can happen if you wait long enough, but now we're gonna capture this person. Anyways, it is funny though, if you wait long enough, your guy does get older, because we haven't decided on a wife or anything like that, so we're just staying king forever, and literally our entire life is just catching these people in the act. And we're about halfway through our life so far, so we're getting there. And just a little while longer, it looks like we are now very old. We've been living our entire life just doing this, doing literally no kingly duties. I don't even know what our job is at this point. But yeah, just a dungeon full of people. Unfortunately, it's only having that 10 cap of people at a time. I wish it showed literally everybody that we've killed, but I guess their bones have disintegrated or something like that. Not too much to worry about. My only hope right now is that I can get all 30 people, even though I know I should be getting all of them. It's always a little bit scary. Please hurry up. Okay, it should be Happy and then one more person, I believe. Yep, it's gonna need one more person. We should have enough life. I hope this is 29. Now it's you. You want to turn me into a frog. It's not going to happen. And there you go. Please. Achievement Maniac. There we go. Perfect. All right. I'm always a little bit worried about that one, but we did what we need to do. Now we can walk faster, make our way over to the throne room. But of course, there's just one problem. We have lived our entire life already. So as soon as we make it to the throne room, we're going to pass out, have a heart attack, and there's another achievement. Yep, that's kind of sad. Let's just just 2 more endings that we have to get, so hopefully we'll get them pretty quickly. We gotta focus on this guy. Please do not turn around. Oh, I saw ya. Look, I'm not gonna get thrown into the dungeon. I throw other people in the dungeon. Okay, and we should be good on this one. Doesn't even blink. There you go. It's way too easy, dude. You'd think he'd learn his lesson eventually, but he's just dumb. And now what we're gonna go for is we gotta go for the poison ending. So we just have to wait for the person to poison us. Hopefully they'll happen fast. I don't know.
Mari underscore Aliam 154. Hi, how are you?
I'm doing good. What about you? Get one more slime. I think this guy will be the last one. Now I've got a whole day to kill time. Damn it.
Mari underscore Aliam 154. Actually, I'm an graphic artist and I'm running a very special offers.
I'm gonna have to turn you down. Sorry, I'm not looking for any graphic artistry. Ah. Did my bucket just burn? That would be really annoying. Oh, that's my XP.
So like if you have to wait a certain amount of people before someone can show up, but I'm pretty sure you have to wait at least 10 people before the poison guy shows up. I'm not too sure. We'll just try our best. Oh, and we see our wife. Wife, I'm sorry, I have no time for you. I gotta get poisoned. I love catching her before she's even close to us. It's like she obviously wasn't trying to murder us, but I'm just too much of a vengeful king. And finally, after just a little bit longer, here's where we're gonna get the poison. We're gonna let him do his thing. He's definitely evil, but we get drunk king. So we drink it right there, and unfortunately we're not watching the ending. But here is the ending that I'm showing you in the future. This is from a different recording. It's a pretty cool ending. You know, we die on the throne. We don't look too good, but it happens. Anyways, we're taking out this dude yet again, and this is for our very last ending. All we're really looking for is an early wife and an early priest. We don't need you, music guy. I'm gonna get rid of you.
A master
I don't
pinch
like how
club.
your tongue comes out your
Ooh,
mouth
nice
when you're trying
clutch.
to murder me. It's a
What's up? How you going? Ah, shit. Dicks. Gonna have to end my stream for a second.